Hello, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Critters 2: The Main Course from 1988. It's directed by Mick Garris and stars Scott Grimes and Leanne Curtis. Well, Critters 2: The Main Course takes place in the same town as the first film does, although it takes place in the entirety of the town, not just the Browns' property and a bowling alley like the first film did. And the town even gets a name in this sequel, Grover's Bend. And even though it takes place in the same town, we only have 4 returning actors and 5 returning characters. How does that add up? Well, they got Scott Grimes, Terrence Mann, Don Keithopper, and Lynn Shay back, but they couldn't get M. Emmett Walsh back, so they replaced the actor with Barry Corbin, playing the same character of Harv, who was the sheriff in the original Critters. There's a hilarious joke in this movie I want to highlight, but it takes a bit of build-up. See, the bounty hunter aliens in this movie have no face until they transform into the face of someone they see. One of the bounty hunters at an early point in the film transforms into a Playboy centerfold. There's just one problem. Because the image the bounty hunter is copying is from a magazine, the bounty hunter transforms with a staple in their midsection. The movie sells the joke a lot better than I am. And overall, this film does a good job with the jokes, but not a very good job with the horror towards the end of the film, which is when everything should be ramping up to get horrific, but instead it just kind of gets silly. And I guess that's a safe place for this movie to go, giving it the same consideration as the first film, that the Krites make for silly villains. But the first film was able to balance more horror with a comedy, so why couldn't they do it a second time? Oh well, at least they got that centerfold joke. That is hilarious and worth a few points all on its own. Like I said, Critters 2: The Main Course is fine. Nothing special, just fine. Oh, and be warned that there is the death of a dog in the film. Although you don't see the dog's death, you do see its dead body, assumedly being chowed down upon by Krites. This film is also directed by Mick Garris, who wrote one of my favorite films, 1993's Hocus Pocus, so he went on to bigger and better things for sure. I'm going to give Critters 2: The Main Course a slightly higher than average grade because that centerfold joke is hilarious. B-. Tomorrow it's on to the next Critters film with a lengthily titled Critters 3: You Are What They Eat, which is famous for being the debut film of a particular Oscar-winning actor. Find out who tomorrow. See y'all then.